And we're live. I'm assuming we're live. Up, we have somebody with us. Aloe de Winter has joined us. What's going on?
Good day. Do you hear me well?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. That's perfect. Let me just mute my YouTube here, and then let's get started. We already have 4 people, 5 people. Let me
Yeah,
just mute it here. Okay, good.
it's live. Hello, Quentin Ballou. Oh, I figured we'll have the usual suspects show up tonight. It's been up on Discord now for 24 hours or more. Passport TV's here. I got to throw a shout out to him. Awesome video.
Yeah, it's doing great. It's doing great stuff.
Yeah. Kristen said boo. Kristen said boo's here. I sent the link out to Popeye. Dave's going to listen tonight instead of joining. So, Aloe de Winter is here, the Swiss Lunatic. He has traveled by planes, trains, automobiles, ferry boats. He is now back from the land of cheese and truffles. Back in the Philippines.
From the land of truffles to the land of troubles. That's the first joke of the evening. Wow, what a start. Oh boy.
And actually, everybody, I don't want anybody to hate, but guess who I'm having on Friday, July 6th? Guess who I'm having lunch with? This Swiss freak right here.
Woo! Now let me
Well, hold on, I got a little news to put out. We're going to talk about the professor first.
What happened to him?
He's alive and well. He's supposed to meet me on the 5th to pick up some Baguio products. He wants some fresh strawberry jam, ube, pineapple.
You mentioned
jam. Yeah.
You mentioned that to me, and I told you. What did I tell you when you mentioned that to me a day ago about the strawberry jam?
I already took care of that.
No. But tell our audience what I told you when you told me about this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Aloe wanted me to spit and drop corn-ridden shit in it for him. But
just a little bit, he deserves it.
I have no clue how he is traveling, seriously, because I told him, I said, how you getting over to Pasay? Because I'm staying at the Heritage. Aloe, you know where the Heritage is?
That is exactly the crossing. When you drive ahead, then you go to Moa. That's that corner. And then on the left, like that, it's like next to the bridge, and then there are casinos there and so on and so forth. I know Manila.
Yeah.
I know
Manila. Corner of Rojas and Pasay, right there.
Exactly, the Heritage. Yeah. The cream-colored building there at the corner on your way to Moa, Asia. It's like 600-700 meters just in front of Asia. You go all the way straight, and then that's Mall of Asia, and then you go on the right side. When you come from Manila, you go on the right side. That's all where all the casinos are and stuff like that.
And SNR is in the concert, Urdaneta concert venue, I think, is back there too.
Talking of SNR, did you know that SNR has opened just a few weeks ago? Has opened a new shop in my home province, Nueva Ecija, in Cabanatuan City.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now, you talked about SNR, and I was at the Red Lion pub for a American Legion meeting, and they told me SNR is scouting locations in Baguio, but they're having a problem finding the right size place, the lot area.
It might be a little bit too crowded up in Baguio,
to build.
We don't really get these big.
Yeah, they're looking in Trinidad.
Yeah, Trinidad is the way to go. But SNR Cabanatuan is open now. And I heard about it. I read about it. And when I pass by there, when I go back to Cabanatuan, I will be doing a short vlog about it. Currently, I'm still in Cebu. And I think that will. Yes.
They have lamb chops.
I have no idea what that is. As long as they have ravioli, I'm fine.
Yeah, they have ravioli.
Yeah, that's good.
Plus, I just go for the tuna and the pickles and cereal, and we make a list and we just pick it up and bring it back. Stuff we can't get in Baguio. Usually, we try to spend. Well, last time we went for a couple things, and my wife ended up spending 15,000 pesos.
I would like to ask you, can you say the word boy mouth 3 times in a row?
Boy mouth, boy mouth, boy mouth.
Say it faster and louder.
No, thank you. So Aloe is back. I assume you traveled from Zurich to Clark, or Zurich to Cebu.
Zurich, Clark, and then
Cebu.
Cebu. And actually, I expected that the new Cebu International Airport, I mean, it's still the Cebu International Airport, but I somehow expected that the new terminal that was inaugurated by President Duterte a couple of weeks ago would be open for business. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Everybody still comes in at Terminal 1, I believe. The domestic and international is still in the same terminal. But when I passed through the airport area, I saw that there is a lot of construction going on right now. They are building like bridges and roads, and everything really looks very impressive. It's a very nice place, and since then, I really feel like I have not been in Cebu for around 2, maybe 3 years. The last time I was in Mactan. That's where the other guy actually said he is, but he actually wasn't. So and I stayed at a nice hotel there, and I came back, and I must say that it seems that the city is booming, because I saw that, for instance, because I'm staying at the Cebu port area. In a hotel at the Cebu port area, I think that's how they call it around here, and there is a new project, really big. They call it Mandani Bay, and some of you guys who are located or who call Cebu their base, their home, might be familiar with that. I passed by a couple of times. I'm very impressed. And also, of course, that's pretty much standard, the whole Ayala area. I was told that some of the vloggers usually hang out there, in Greenbelt. I know that they don't call it Greenbelt. They Ayala Mall.
Fuente Circle.
Fuente Circle, I was also there a couple of times at the, I think it was a Robinson, just at the circle itself. And then traveled around, and And then
you want to hear something strange? I'm gonna butt in. I've never been to Cebu.
Why is that?
We've just never got there, and we have family there.
You should come to Cebu, and I tell you, it's a very nice place. It has this island feeling, and of course, it is an island, but it's just kind of like the city is just next to that. To the sea, and I went out a couple of days ago to Cordoba or something like that, and when we went there, we took a grab taxi. I saw all these places, on the way going there, like Mandaue and all these.
Well, we have family there, and we have family there. We got a cousin that's the police SWAT team superintendent.
Okay, yeah, that's always good.
He keeps saying to come over, and they got a beach resort over there.
Yeah, and there are a lot of resorts actually, and all around the island, and it's a beautiful island. I have never been outside of Cebu City up until now. You must have seen a couple of my vlogs on my new travel channel. where I was going around on the island of Cebu, and I must say, you underestimate how big the place is, because when you look it up on the map, it looks very small, but when you really go like north or south, it really takes you several hours to get either to the tip of the north or the tip on the south,
Well,
quite fascinating. It's a beautiful place.
I'm surprised you can go up to Batian Island and teach the chair how to grocery shop in the Philippines, save some money.
Talking about the chair, he actually put out a vlog where he he had kind words. He found kind words for my. How should I say? I don't really know what it was, but he mentioned something about the vlogs, or I should not get into drama or something like that. I need to go back and listen to it again. But yeah, he actually mentioned that it's now drama time, drama everywhere. Everybody is like fighting everyone, and I think he's right. He's correct. I mean, his assessment is correct.
I listened to the vlog. Then we had a maintenance brownout today, so I couldn't catch Quentin Ballou till my internet came back. Then I listened to Dave.
Mm-hmm.
He's now a weapons expert.
Who?
The chair.
What kind of weapons?
You have to go back and listen to the vlog.
Is that this black and white military vlog? I didn't see that yet. I didn't see that one yet. I need to watch that still. Yeah.
I caught this. The guy is not a weapons expert, but I caught it after the fact. But yeah, we're on day 17, 18 of rain up here in Baguio.
So you have rotational brownouts because the Baguio electric companies are doing some maintenance, and it's kind of like go out for 2 hours, and then it's the next barangay for another 2 to 3 hours. Is that correct?
No, it's all day. Today it was from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's not nice. That's
no,
not
it's
nice.
not.
What did you do? What did you do about that? Did you go to the hotel or something?
No.
You just stayed home.
Yeah, I mean it's no big deal. I know why they're doing it. They widened the road out here. If you know the road from Botanical Garden that takes you up to Good Shepherd and Minesville.
Yeah, that curvy road.
Yeah,
going to.
Yeah,
you got nice condos there. I saw nice condos there.
Yeah, well, they're widening that road so all the electrical poles were in the middle of the road, so they had to move like 5 electrical poles today out of the middle of the road. So, but yeah, the community's blowing up, Alo. I tuned in to listen to. Well, I tried to. What is this now? I'm asking you this question now. We got the travel finished. I turned on. Yay! My show is on, and I see the truce is over. Explain, please. Please explain.
First of all, I would like to ask you who told you that. Where did you hear this? Was it on my channel or
Tito Big Kevin?
Okay, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's funny because I used that title for my famous Minganilia clip. And no, I think it's the Manila clip, but in the Manila clip, I put it in exclamation marks, and then I wrote the truce is over. And since then, everybody talks about my travel vlogs, and it's not only on Big Kev, but it's also on the Shill and on Bama's channel, and people discuss about it, and I think a little bit also over on Discord and probably also in private. And I am very happy about the outcome of that great Minganilia clip.
I'll tell you what, the truce ended, reached all the way to Johnny Warrior in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's a worldwide phenomenon. When I say something, the whole fucking world listens, and I think that's a good thing, right?
So I know, and Dick Insider, I talked to him. I talked to him a little bit this afternoon, and
what did you tell him?
He heard you got doxxed by Bama.
Okay, yeah. Let's get down to business here.
Let's get down to business here. Hold on, I'm going to handle this for a minute. I don't care about his e-bagging. I don't care about his dentures. Only thing that I'm saying he's wrong is he did something illegal by doxing, which in the Philippines is illegal. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, well, look, first of all, when you look at that Minganilia clip that I put out, I didn't really mention somebody. I didn't really film anything private, because I heard earlier the guy was a hired driver. I was in an Innova, and I was cruising around the island, and then I came by. Passed by Minganilia, and I think it was like the second or third time because As you know, Minganelia is on the way to the southern parts and just after Talisai. And when I was there, I actually was also talking and chatting with a couple of guys earlier. And I was asking myself, hey, because these places here, they all sound familiar. First, I thought that Landhawk is in Talisai. But then I was told he is living in another Talisay. And you know, in the Philippines, every province seems to have the same name. There must be like hundreds.
And they all have MacArthur highways.
MacArthur Highway, Jose Rizal Plaza or something like that. And then you got dozens of San Fernandos and other places. And I am telling you, I was very surprised because I was cruising all around the island, and I came to a barangay, and the barangay's name was Barangay Alo. Can you do you believe me that?
I'll Wikipedia that shit.
You go with Wikipedia. I'm not. It's just along the way. I was like, I was eating some chips or drinking something. I don't know. I was in the car and taking taking a nap. Then woke up again, and then I was just checking out the surroundings. And then so there was a barangay Alo. It's somewhere really in the southern parts of the island of Cebu. Very interesting place. But let me tell you this. Yeah, I mean, I heard a couple of hours earlier. I heard, okay, this is an attack. This is a threat. Alo filmed our private property, and he passed by, and everything you see is just a street scene that was around. That must have been around 8, 9, 10 in the evening. On one of these, just the day I uploaded it, or the next day I uploaded it, or in the same time. I don't really remember, but
so I guess but here, how about this? You can now join Johnny Warrior as a stalker.
Who is a stalker?
Remember, well, he was accused by the artist formerly known as a cyber stalker.
Yeah, but that is a totally different topic. That is the Jeremy issue here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now you.
But let me just finish this, Eric, to tell you. I must tell you that there's no fucking stalking involved in what I did. You know, I come by a nice place, and I took a short video. And Minganelia is actually known for being the headquarters in the Philippines for the MGTOW movement, which is a movement that I always felt very compassionate about, and you know that. So when I was there, I felt like, hey, this is a nice place. I would take footage, I will upload it, and that's it, you know. And I don't really see the problem with it. I don't really see where all this hostility comes from, and why everybody is talking about it on all the live streams, you know. And you know, that's one of the reasons. Honestly, and that's one of the reasons, Eric, why there is a need for shows like Riff Raff Radio. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the Riff Raff boys wouldn't be around anymore? What would happen to this community? What would they do without us? How will they even do a live stream if it weren't for us? Frank is doing live streams or blogs about RRR and talking about Dave, and other guys are talking about Popeye and John Doe and so on and so forth. And in this case now about me, and I couldn't be happier. And I just want to ask you guys out there, did it ever cross your mind that this, and I mean this, what is happening right now in the community is exactly what I wanted to happen? Probably not, because you might just not be smart enough, clever enough. For the guys who are so hostile now and think that I committed a huge sin by uploading a simple street scene in Minganelia. That's all it is.
I find it funny.
Why don't you laugh when you find things funny, Eric? You have to laugh every now and then. You just have to laugh.
You sound like my wife.
But that's the thing that she might be very. She might be right about that. And it's not the first time that I heard this actually. Because people always tell me, why is it that Eric never laughs? Why is it that Eric never really says something? Yeah, and that's the clip. And that's all it is. But you had other questions. You had questions about the doxing. Please go ahead.
Well, I know because I know you've had Quentin Blue. He had some issues doxing and cyber problems, and and let's put this out. I've been researching immigration now. If you put somebody on a blotter in the Philippines, you can take that blotter to BI.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care if he e-bags, goes down on something nasty and gets pink eye, gets fake teeth. That I don't care about none of that. But I've been staying quiet. Other people have been staying quiet till this whole doxing thing came out, and it's not the first time they did it.
Yeah, you're correct about that. When you file for a case, or you have you have an attorney who will draft or write your affidavit, they call it, or complaint affidavit, then you have to attach a blotter, like at the police station or at the barangay level. And I was told that doing it at the police station of that province or that place would be the way to go. And that's just part of the whole process.
I'm
For
sitting here
documentation
saying
purposes, right?
No, he's going to hear it. I'm going to encourage you to go through the process if you decide to.
Yeah, the blotter is not a big deal because people always, and then I don't want anybody out there to interpret too much into this, because everybody is very agitated right now. Everybody is a little bit nervous, and everybody wants to invite me to a cold beer and even leaves their curtains open. And, when people start to leave their curtains open in their house, then I think it's a very alarming situation, right? Oh, it's curtains open alarm. That's what I'm trying to say. And when it's like that, it's very dramatic. It's pretty dramatic, and I'm just telling everybody to calm down, because this is just part of the process, and there's really not much more to it than that, because you look at it, and that's the process you need to go through, and then you have a proper documentation, and since that's the way to go, you have to respect the process, and you can't just have it your way. And it's a little bit hard to do these things when you are not in the country. That's the problem. You cannot just forward it to the local.
Okay, here's another question.
Yes, please.
That's been going around, and you hold a Philippine passport, correct?
Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah. That's one of the things that seems to be, how should I say?
Okay, do you have okay, here's another thing. Is your birth certificate Swiss or Filipino?
I have actually a Swiss birth certificate, and everything is there. But for instance, on my marriage license, it would hold both nationalities, as I remember, because I have thought about this also, because I heard it a couple of times, that and that I only have one passport, or that I'm a foreigner or something like that, and which is very interesting, because I do not know how do they come to that conclusion. I don't really know how they arrived at that conclusion. That's maybe I should put out a blog where I hold my, and because this seems to be a trend these days, holding your passport into the cam, and then maybe I should hold my passport in the cam. I can't just show my passport like with all the name and the pic on it, of course. But the thing is this: I thought about it, and when I hold my Swiss passport, which I usually use, but when I enter the Philippines, I always use both passports. Then I get the entry, balikbayan, returning for Filipino, and then
Filipino. So you're like the same as. Exactly. So you're the same as me with the 13A without having to pay all the fees.
Exactly, yeah. And that's why I thought, okay, why not do a blog and said, hey, look, guys, there's my Swiss passport, there's my Philippines passport. But the problem is that the same guys who really doubt it, they would say, okay, that Philippine passport, like everybody could have just lend the Philippine passport and do a blog about it. And then the next thing that they will say is hold a passport with full face picture information into the cam, and before that happens, I will not until that happens, I will not believe Aldo. He's not a dual citizen, and this is also very interesting because in this moment. Roberto just showed up, and that is an interesting point here, because I heard one thing, and then maybe you guys can let's do away with that rumor once and for all. I heard that people who are eligible for dual citizenship in the Philippines, they need to choose Philippine citizenship before the age of 18. Now, there are countries where you have to do that, and I believe Germany is one of them. Switzerland has a little bit different law, I think, until 18, and then there is a faster process up until 22 or 23 years old. But the topic here now is that I heard that I can't be a dual citizen because I am obviously not 18 or younger than 18 anymore, and therefore I am not eligible for Philippines dual citizenship. I would like to invite everybody here to Google that, dual citizenship law in the Philippines, requirements, and you will see that it is not the way how certain vloggers from Cebu told you, because you need to get your information straight. Even if you will be like 50 or 60, whatever, you still can get Philippines passport if one of your parents is a Filipino citizen. Well, that happens all the time, and that was actually the purpose. And I have spoken about this many times. Now I sound like a broken record.
Well, actually, you just helped.
Arroyo has signed that into law, and it's for everybody. Let's say Eric.
Well, no, actually me, because you actually just helped me out, and you've actually helped a few other people out whose wives are going to go get U.S. passports.
Mm-hmm. Let me give you an example. Let's say somebody is like 40 years old, has an American passport, but the father is a Filipino, natural-born Filipino. Then that person can, under the dual citizenship law, even as a 50 years old person, they will just apply for it. You fill out all the documents, you go to the embassy when you are in a foreign country, and then you will swear this oath. You will take the oath, and then a few other things, and then after that, it's pretty smooth, the process. You will get back your Philippine passport. And the reason why they did that is because they wanted, under the Gloria Macapagal Arroyo administration, they wanted that millions of Filipino Americans, or at least hundreds of thousands of them, the baby boomers who start to get retired, they want them to participate in the Philippines, when they want to buy land, when they want to.
Actually, here's the thing. There was in Pasay. Did you hear about the murder? I think it was last year that was around. The Pasay, they had a German barangay captain. He gave up his German citizenship, became a Philippine citizen, and got and he ran for office. He got elected barangay captain. He was murdered. And he was the first person that I heard that came to the Philippines as an expat that gave up his citizenship. That wasn't a dually. But we had talked about it, and I had talked about it with my wife. And
but the reason why I talk about this is because it's one of the informations out there that is just not true. And it's very easy to see that what he said is just not true. It's wishful thinking. That's what it is. It's wishful thinking, because it makes him a lot more it makes him feel relaxed, as long as Alo is not a citizen, he can't do anything, because he has put it out there. Alo is not a citizen. It doesn't sound like a Filipino, he has this weird German, Swiss German accent. He's not a Filipino, and and that's his conclusion. And then when he started to somehow talk to his people, I don't know where he's getting his information from. There must be somebody out there who might have told him that no, it's not like that. Alo is indeed a dual citizen. And then he started to come up with something else to pacify himself, basically, and or to calm himself down, and said, yeah, maybe he's a dual, but he can't be a dual because he's older than 18 years old. So it's kind of getting very, very complicated.
It's complicated because I know my wife gets her U.S. passport. She's got to take her Philippine and U.S. passport, go back down to the embassy in America, and re-register as a dual.
Now,
but she's going to use her American passport, like say if we want to travel to Europe or the Middle East,
which is the best thing to do,
And when we come back to the Philippines, because I'm a 13A holder, she'll use her Philippine passport. Or if she goes to
and I also do that. International travel, always the Swiss passport. Yeah. And when you come home, when I come home back to the Philippines, I use both. So because when you only present the Swiss passport, you obviously have to go to all that, visa run and I chose to have the passport because of that. And on the other side, they also claimed or also said that Alo is running a business or he owns property and stuff like that. But they don't realize that you can't have property without being a citizen, right?
I own property, but I'm not the primary. I'm the secondary.
Exactly, yeah. Because then it says your wife's name, then legally married to
me.
Baguio life, blah, blah, blah.
And actually, both of us had it. We took it to a lawyer, and I said, "Can you explain this to me if something happens to my wife?" And he explained it that I would retain the house, but the land would be mine in perpetuity till I die. I would retain ownership like a condominium, but the property would be till I died and get passed on to my stepson or somebody we would designate. And talking about duals, we have a triad. The father is Italian German, the mother is Igorot, lives right here by me. The kids don't speak English or Tagalog. They only speak German, and they actually go back to elementary school. Popeye's joined us.
Hello.
Hey, ¿cómo está Tarantado? ¿Cómo está tu Longus? It's nice to be here with you both, huh?
And Popeye, I get to go have lunch with Alo next week.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, you missed it. Take a picture. I'm going to take a picture.
No, to tell you honestly, this is a little bit of a problem here in the community. The dual citizenship and people telling something that's basically absolute BS. It's absolutely not true. There is no age requirement, and that's it. Now let's get to the part where
let's put this out. Only thing you have to do is prove that your mother or your father was a citizen of the Philippines.
Yeah, but prove it to whom? That's the question, because there's actually nobody really down.
But I'm just saying.
I mean, it makes them feel better, and if they want to believe that it makes them feel better, then let that, because they are not the ones who set the agenda. When we put out the blog, then people talk about it. We do not really need to react to what they do because they don't do anything that's of any value to the community. And at least in my case, I give the community something to talk about, to laugh about, to feel upset about, or to feel annoyed about, or to do a live stream about. And obviously, I'm doing that very successfully. That's the little bit of a that's the Riff Raff Radio vibe.
You know what it comes down to? What it comes down to is you're taking away from their super chat.
I don't, yeah, maybe, but on the other hand, I think it has to do with their trouble to control their emotions. And I'm also a person who has trouble to control my emotions, but I find this whole thing here quite funny. You put out the blog like this. You pass by a place, and they know that they know that I'm in the area, and they feel really upset about it. And I thought that what I should do that more regularly. And the reason why I actually do these short vlogs now where I announce, hey, please tune in on Riff Raff Radio, is because I was told, and Popeye here too, and the other guys on Riff Raff Radio, they were always told, you are just jealous, you are always sitting in front of your notebook in the basement, and you don't have money, and you want to be in the Philippines, but you can't be in the Philippines. And then this coming from a guy, among others, but he is also one of the guys. This comes from a guy who presents himself as a world traveler, wants to go to Colombia, wants to go here and there. In his time in the Philippines, the only place he went to is Angeles City and a little bit in Cavite and a little bit in Quezon City. And he thinks that when he chills at the condo pool, that he is some sort of a R. Kelly, Tupac, Big Shot, blah, blah, blah. And that's... And I felt a little, and to be honest, just to put that out there, I felt a little bit provoked because of that. And what I'm going to do now is I will show you every fucking single week a new place somewhere in the Philippines, north, south, east, west. And then probably by next month or maybe August, I will go big time international travel, maybe in Japan, maybe in Australia. And then by September, Europe, Italy, Germany, France, Austria, Switzerland. Mark my words. Watch out for the vlogs coming, and I will always update you, so you won't say, but these are just old vlogs. He blah blah. Because you must have noticed that I sometimes mention the World Cup, soccer World Cup results. And that's for the doubters there, so they can go to Google and say, okay, Alo mentioned that Japan beat Colombia 2-1. When was that? That was just a couple of days ago, because I was watching the match at the Ayala Mall in Cebu. So there you go. So that should silence all these fucking punks out there who are just trying.
I have a question. Did you find the Starbucks in Ayala when you were there?
I did. When I was walking around, I felt like, hey, I will do a vlog about it. But I was with my wife and my child, and there were not so many people there. And then just talking about, hey, where's the Starbucks? Where's the Starbucks? I also have, how should I say, a little bit of manners. Especially when I'm with my family, I don't want to embarrass them too much. But this is sometimes a little bit of a challenge. But I always find a minute or two where I can just address our guys out there, and the Riff Raff Radio crew, and then of course also the Alo the Winter subs, because I have seen that I still have like 250, 260 subs, and I thought, hey, now that I am back, why not use my channel and those subs, because it's almost the same people who are also listening to you guys, Quentong Baliw or Popeye or Riff Raff Radio. It's almost the same guys. Why not just put out a few vlogs and share a little bit where you are and what you are doing? And that's what I will do. And to give you an overview, now in Cebu, then back to Nueva Ecija, probably also will stop by in Manila. And then, as I said, Japan or Australia, and then back to Europe. And again, I will always vlog about it, and then keep the community updated, just to rub it into their face and say, look, we are not the guys who are bitter or jealous. We are not the guys who pretend to be world travelers. We just do it. We go out there and we just do it. And for the remaining months of the year of drama, I thought, okay, use your channel, do something good, do a little bit promo, remind the people that Riff Raff Radio is still #1, remind the people to tune in 10 p.m. on Saturday, and I think that's the best way to do it. This is usually the part where you say, "Alo, that's great."
Alo, that's great.
Why did they dox you? What is the doxing all about?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. Why the fuck did they dox you, man? I mean, you're a good guy.
You remember, because I was not really fully aware of this situation. It was like a couple of weeks ago where people started to call me and say, "Hey, is your real name like this and like that?" And I was really surprised and say, "Well, what are you talking about? And where did you get this?" And then what I did is then I went back and they told me it comes from Bama's live streams, and you all know those live streams are really long, and it's like sometimes like 4, 5, 6 hours, and I don't listen to all of it, and sometimes excuse me, sometimes I'm also busy. I do things, and then I went back and they listened to the part where he called me by my name, and then I said, okay, yeah, if that's all you got, and one time I think I was also on the Shill. The Shill is that other channel, that other MGTOW channel in Cebu. And when I came on there, they also greeted me with a certain name, and then I said, I will just ignore this. And then Jay was in the background and said, why are you ignoring this, and so on and so forth. And today I heard it again, where they said, we know more than you think. Then some guy said, we have your address, and we know your businesses. So I will put it out there right now, right here, and then also probably on the other shows. If you really have that, and I know that you read it out loud, because Bama, I don't know if he was reading an information given to him from an email or from a site, or or somebody just sent it to him, but he was reading something about my relatives in Nueva Ecija. He mentioned my middle name, which is the name of my mother's family, and then something in Nueva Ecija, and then he mentioned something with a car accident. So with car accident and then prosecution, something like that. And I don't really know if he got that from a news article online somebody sent in to him, or somebody in the inner circle has given him that information, but he has put it out there, and he has read that information, and he has put it out there in combination with Jay's encouragement of his thousands of subs to come after us, families and wives. And then the guy actually even read the street where my place is in Quezon City. So I am telling, and that I was not really fully aware of that. And I dare them, I challenge them, do that again. Do that again. If you have the balls, do a fucking live stream and read out loud that information that you got, because you always say that you are the guys who are very, you are the big boys, and you are not afraid, and so on and so forth. So for many weeks, they were calling for, give us informations, we will dox them. And, they said they did the same with Popeye, they did the same with Popeye. So I dare them and tell them, look, if you have this information, read them out loud on your live streams, on your shows, have the balls to do so. Get the information. You have the information. You were like provoking me a little bit with this information. Talk about my businesses, talk about all the addresses and names and blah, blah, blah. Just the stuff that you already put out there, just the way you did it a couple of weeks ago. And then we'll take it from there. That's the message that I have for them, because that's the problem right now here. That's what we're talking about.
Well, when it comes down to family, you got to do what you got to do to protect your family.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is now they're a little bit hesitant. At least Bama is a little bit hesitant, because yesterday he said, look, I have the information. I won't put out the name. But he was the guy who actually read. He read something. I don't know if Wilkie is involved in this. I do believe it might be Wilkie, because I remember that when Wilkie came to Minganilia, just a day or two after that, Bama did a blog where he said, Aloe is a trust fund baby, blah, blah, blah. And the next day I talked about it, and then Bama stopped talking about it because I said on a live stream, I know where that information came from. It came from Matt Wilkie. After that, he didn't talk about it anymore. And again, Matt Wilkie is not part of it, but I'm fully aware that it must be Matt Wilkie who told him that based on conversations that I had several years ago with Matt Wilkie. And I do believe it might be that information might come from that corner, given the fact that they are staying at the house of that guy, and they acted like this just after a day or two Matt arrived in Minganilia. So it wouldn't be it wouldn't be far-fetched to believe that he might be one or the main source of this information. So I also asked them, I also do that right here, Bama and Jay, the shill, if you guys, because you announced it, do a show, put the info out there. I know that you guys will listen to that, or the fanboys are out there. I will also talk about it on another show again. Put it out there, read it out loud, and let's see what happens then, And what I also find funny is, because Jay actually mentioned that he would like to, he knows exactly where I'm at, right? He has the addresses and the businesses and stuff. And he said he would also come up to the house and take footage. First of all, I have not gone there, because I will not go there, because I don't want to get into trouble with the trespassing and things like that, because that's their neighborhood, that's their low class neighborhood where they are staying right now. And I tell them, if you because they read it out loud, why don't you do the same? Why don't you come to the place where you think I'm at, and then you take a video footage. And you can actually also even tell me when you are going there, and then see what happens. See what happens. Get your cams ready. That's what I'm telling. And then let's see what happens if tourists get in trouble in a country like the Philippines, right?
Well, so far, and I've put this out before, and DeValuta put it out. It was in Philippine Lifestyle News. They have now turned away almost 16 in the first 4 months of 2018. They have turned away just at Naya, 1,600 people trying to enter the Philippines. 1,600 people. The majority were Chinese and Korean. The next biggest demographic was U.S. And the second after that, I think, was Europe and Australia. So
I would like to ask you, Eric, is that new to you? I mean, what I just told you, because it's obviously something that a couple of guys knew. I mean, people come to me and call me by my first name, and then I ask them where does this come from, and then I went back and I heard it, and then I listened to it again, and then I heard, okay, he lives here, he lives there. That's his address. That's his. There was a car accident. Blah blah blah.
Only thing I know is you're in Quezon City near my family. That's all I know. And to me, you're just Aloe the Swiss bus like window liquor.
Have you heard of this, Popeye? What's your take on this? I mean, the whole doxing thing. I mean, they read out loud the address, and then they said,
Popeye's the first victim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. This is my take on it. First and foremost, I just want to say to Quentin Blue, I do not smell like old gold cigarettes. I do not smell like fucking Bengay and Aqua Velva. I use fucking Old Spice, all right? This doxing shit, what did it get them? Okay, let's see. Number one, it got them nothing, all right? It got them nothing. Nada. Zilch, okay? Actually, what it got them, it got them to get me to get just a little pissed off. All right. Then they notched it up. I don't know if they have your real name, where you live, whether you picked dingleberries out of your asshole or not. I don't know. Okay. And but I do know you are a Filipino citizen, and I do know they're going to get in trouble. And I put out on my blog my stance on it. Okay. And my stance on it was that you don't fuck with Filipino citizens when you're a fucking tourist in the Philippines. You just don't do it. You're going to get in trouble. Now, when you hold on, yeah. when you dox people here in the United States, after you get in trouble in Philippines, the police will be waiting for you here, because although doxing itself is not a crime, but when you put out on top of it to attack their families, blah, 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 this and that. So there are warrants for your arrest waiting for you in the United States, and I know you don't give a fuck. So on both ends, you're in trouble there, all right? And the reason why you're in trouble, because you couldn't take criticism. You're afraid that your, what do you call it there, super chat and all your fucking illicit funds that you have coming in were going to be cut off, okay? And that's just the way it is. So you're kind of like in trouble on both ends right now. And I don't have to say a word. I don't have to say a word about his channel, a word about him. All I have to do is just sit back and wait.
You know, one of the things which is also really weird is that they always say, you know, the riffraff people threatened them, said that they will come over and so on. I don't remember that I ever said something like going to that place, you know, and going in there or talking about their addresses or stuff like that, because I really don't care, you know, because I know that there are other people who are doing that. They're working on it. They found out everything about them, and I say that's a good job, you know. Kudos to them. They deserve great credit for that. But I have never said something like, "Oh, let's go after them. Let's find them," because obviously I have proven that point. I can be anywhere, anytime I want. You know, I mean, it's not a big deal. Again, the reason why I put that out is just to prove, look, it's not a big deal for me to be here, there, and everywhere, you know, and it's ridiculous. That's the point here. And they are acting as if it is us who wants to come there and wants to find out who they are. We already know who they are. It's them talking about find them, dox them, harass them. We are coming for you since several weeks, and now they say they have the information. So why don't they do what they did to you, Popeye? Why don't they do what they did to you on their shows, where they published your pictures, where they said that somebody will come to your place, where they said that you look like this and like that, and they put it on Facebook and they put it everywhere? Because this is one thing that I tell you, the shill and Bama, I will not report your channel or put a strike on it because you doxed me. I just want you to do one thing: put the information out there. Talk about my full name, the address, and all the infos you get, like we know exactly where you are and what kind of businesses you run. Why don't you just put that out there? Because you have done that. Talk about cowards, right? Because I never said that I want to visit them or go there or something like that. They are the ones who encourage their subs to do this and to do that, find them, harass them, and so on and so forth. And then I tell you what, if you want to go to the next level, we can go to the next level. I got the funeral vlogs and the casket vlogs just ready in my channel, and I will not hesitate to put it out there. What are you gonna do about that? Because a couple of weeks earlier I heard, I promise, by the grave of my father, I will find you.
Well, hey, I got a question. Yeah. Okay, they were quiet. Then I get my power comes back on today, and here's Mr. Yay, and the little Tarsier talking about the truce is over. I'm going, what the fuck? I couldn't watch all of it, so then I'm like, okay, let me talk to Allo, and I message. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I get a message from Oklahoma. What the fuck's going on? The truce is over.
Well, you know,
I mean, are they doing it to try
in the first place? Why do they think you're talking about them?
Are they trying to grow the shill and their super chat off of your back?
I really don't know. I really don't know. But I must admit, I also intentionally put that in my title. Please forgive me, because I knew it. I had some expectations, to say the least, and I couldn't be happier right now, because everybody is talking about it. People name their shows after that 1 minute 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blog that I put out, and that's quite good, because there are other people out there. They edit their stuff, they put music on it, and nobody watches it. And I put this out in the middle of the night, driving through a shit hole somewhere, and everybody talks about it. I mean, of course I'm happy.
Let's move over to Twitchy. I got to give Twitchy props for his last. Before I forget, we were going to talk about it. The Twitchy live cast. Did you see the last Twitchy live cast, Popeye?
Popeye is taking a piss. Do you hear that?
He's having a quintessential emotion right now.
I'm making fucking coffee. If you really want to talk about something, excuse me, if you really want to talk about something, how about the blog Competition 3?
I was good, but here,
did you like that?
Yes, I did. But hey, we're talking about this because I actually Facebooked Allo about to get on Twitchy stream. Twitchy, somebody showed up. Popeye, did you catch Twitchy stream on Saturday?
No.
Any of it? Oh, well, at about hour.
What do I do Saturday, dumbass?
You gotta go for the pancake breakfast at the BFW.
No, dumbass. What do I do Saturday?
Well, you do riffraff, then you got to go for the all you can eat pancakes.
Right, and riffraff is my soul. It's my heart.
Okay,
I prepare for it. Okay,
well,
I ain't got time for other shithole blogs or streams.
Well,
it's Riffraff Radio Day, motherfucker.
Well, Twitchy,
who the fuck is this Twitchy guy?
Okay, hold on, let me sip my coffee.
Talking about pancakes, gentlemen, the only good stuff you can get at Starbucks is actually the pancakes with strawberry jam. I had one of these. I had one of these. My kid was ordering one of these. I think yesterday at the Starbucks in one of the Cebu malls, and I usually don't eat that stuff, and then I tasted it, and then I nearly ate half of it. That was really good. I mean, next time I go, I will probably do a vlog about the strawberry pancake at Starbucks without the winter. That's good stuff. That's good stuff, I tell you.
And now, Twitchy, the artist formerly known as Do More Life, showed up on Twitchy's panel trying to call in. and got Twitchy owned his ass for like 10 minutes, and they finally blocked him once and for all.
Yeah, I went back and left a couple of comments also in the live chat, and then Twitchy brought it up, and soon after that I clicked away again when he stopped talking about the whole
the artist formerly known as.
Yeah.
Now he's a cybersecurity expert.
I have seen the vlog. Talking about weird guys, I must mention that I reached out to Expat Unchained, the guy who has been coming to the Philippines from Cambodia, I guess. And a couple of guys always mentioned that he seems to be the textbook e-bagger. So I contacted him on Facebook and I said, hey, would you want to come on the show? And then I sent him a link of Riffraff Radio. And then he sent me a really long message, and that he actually said that he won't come on the show because he thinks that he will be attacked. I don't know why he said that. But he refused to come on the show. They said, hey, just come on the show. If you change your mind, then please let me know. So just for you to know, I reached out to the guy, and he refused to get on the show. Maybe he needs some time to think about it,
No. There's another guy. I don't know. He's Cheap Charlie from Thailand. He's in Manila, living in the Philippines now.
I have heard of that guy, and but I'm not really familiar with
Charlie
him.
Chronicles.
Why don't you, Eric, go out there? I mean, go to his channel and invite him to get on one of these live streams here. Why don't you do that?
There you go.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, you just ask him, hey, Cheap Charlie, want to go on a live stream?
I'll do it on Roof.
Okay, yeah, but then tell me how he reacted. Else you can also contact him in Facebook, because in Facebook they can't really ignore you that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's been a very interesting week so far.
It is, yeah, and I think I think it will continue to be a very interesting week. You know, because what I see now is, we never threatened somebody. We never said somebody. We never said we would do this and that to Alo and to others. It's all not true. But then you remember when he called us baby rapers and stuff like that. I mean, he put a log out where he was just yelling into the cam, and Alo, John Doe, and Popeye, they're all baby rapers, blah blah blah. You know, this is like for an hour or so. He was very upset. Obviously, he nearly lost his mind. You know, and you know, they're always very fast to forget what they do. And if they go back, there is no threatening. There is no intimidating of that crew in Cebu. There's no, we will come to your house, we will do this and we will do that. There's no such thing, you know, because you just do it in a more subtle way, you know, like it has a lot to do with insinuating things and, you know, a little bit provoking. Well, and they always take the bait. So yeah.
Here's the thing you should do. Show your passports, but say, Bama, you show that you're not an overstayer. Here's my passports.
You know what I find funny, speaking of passports.
And you know what? He's ignored that topic. He's talked himself
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Topic. Because this is what I heard. Some of it I heard or saw it myself. People said, hey, show us your passport. And he said, I will never show you the passport. And then a couple of days later, he would show his passport, but he would just show us the blank pages. There's nothing on the page. And then there's a sticker on it where he covers something. He said it is an exit stamp. And usually you get the exit stamp after you exited the country and not before you exit the country. So I don't really know. I don't really know what that was.
When you're on a tourist visa, you have to go to, if you're here for, I can't remember, it's like past 6 months.
Yeah.
You got to go to BI to get an exit clearance 5 days before you leave.
Yeah.
And they give you
and then he said, he got the exit. He got the exit stamp already. And then he said he will leave the Philippines around December doing the visa run. Going to Guam because he has to go to a place. He has to go on U.S. soil or something like that. I don't really remember. And then he said it's pre-booked. It's already the tickets, the airfare is already paid for. Right, it's a done deal. Not everything is okay. And then somebody asks, so where are you going? Because since you just said the tickets are paid, he didn't know. He didn't answer that question.
And you know, and here's the other thing that you got to think about too. What did Popeye say earlier about warrants?
Yeah, but you know there are like informations. Yeah, I believe. I believe Roberto pulled up a couple of informations. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm just saying, Popeye said something about warrants. They're stepping back on U.S. soil.
But you know how he is, you know, with these people.
And here's another question: he could maybe get on a plane from Guam, and then you'd look at him at Naya and say, "Denied entry."
You know, this is one thing I want to tell you, because they always interpret a lot. You know, Alo is like this. Alo wants to catch you. Alo wants this. Alo doesn't want anything. That's the point here. I don't want anything. I already got what I want, and what I wanted is that you feel upset, you feel annoyed, you feel maybe nervous, or you say that you don't care at all. But the thing is, it's this mixed emotions that that vibe of mixed emotions where he says, Aloe is a piece of shit, he's a coward, and then he can come over, let's have a beer. It's kind of like, we don't really know, what is this all about? Is Aloe coming in peace, or does he want the war? What does it mean when he breaks the truce? And everybody talks about it, what does it mean, and that there's drama, and so on and so forth. It's exactly what I want, because at the end of the day, you talk about me, and it's not because you feel very comfortable about this, very positive about it, it's because I'm in your head right now. And that's exactly where I want to be. Like a lizard running around wildly in a hot glass.
Okay, I don't know how to respond to that. Popeye, help me out.
Oh, it's fucking funny. It's hilarious. I do have to ask you, hey, don't interrupt me. You asked me to speak. Shut the fuck up and listen to me, will you? Oh, I come over there and bitch slap you into next Sunday. All right? Now, I want to ask Aloe, did I get, when you watched Competition 3, did I get the part right about Baguio Life blogs? Did I get it right?
Absolutely. I laughed. It's my favorite part. It's my favorite part with that. I think it was a Chinese American girlfriend and with Darth Vader on the sofa and going around, and it's absolutely hilarious. If you haven't yet, please go over there, give it a thumbs up. It's hilarious, and it's very funny. It's very entertaining. Yeah, good job, Popeye.
Actually, I know you enjoyed the rat taking a bath. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. I was wondering, is this animated or is this for real? And I look at it and I think it is for real, right?
Yeah, it's for real, dude. Popeye doesn't put fake shit out, man. But hey, look, these bloggers, A, gotta learn that you're going to be criticized. B, your shit is public, and under YouTube guidelines, any other blogger has the right to criticize you. If you don't like that, get the fuck off YouTube. All right? I've taken a lot of criticism. I've taken a lot of heat. I've had my shit doxxed. I've had my shit fucking flagged. But guess what? Fucking still standing here.
Mm-hmm.
I told him before, look, me and you had it out. We duked it out on my channel. It was great. We came to a better understanding with each other. We kicked off Riff Raff Radio together. I'm not interested in taking warm showers and spending lovely afternoons with you, but hey, I enjoy doing Riff Raff Radio with you, and you got to learn to take the criticism. I mean, and absolutely. I think where the rub really lies is a lot of these guys are e-begging, and they feel if their channel is criticized, it's going to slow their capital down. Okay.
I think they're afraid of something.
Can I jump in for real quick?
No, you can't. And
yes, I can.
Now we'll talk for a minute. All right.
Just a second. I think you are absolutely right. I find it's fun. Riff Raff Radio is great. It's an amazing project, and I'm very happy and proud to be part of the Riff Raff Radio crew as a co-host. And I look forward to many good shows until the end of this year, and I think we really have the right mix. It couldn't be better. I couldn't think of any other group of people who would form the core members of Riff Raff Radio. With you, with Dave, with John, with the other guys, and also Roberto, and it's really the right mix. And obviously, when you look at the numbers, you see and realize that there is a need a demand for something like that, that people like listening to something like that. They want to tune in, they want to know what's going on in the community. And I believe some people, as you said, Popeye, they look at Riff Raff Radio as a threat, because they know that, first of all, the community listens, and once it's out there, it's out there. And some people actually rely on YouTube and on their channel for donations and financial contributions. And of course, when they see that Riff Raff is rather skeptical of what they do, they automatically say, okay, Riff Raff Radio, they are cowards, they're bitter, they're hiding, and so on and so forth. I would like to put this out before I shut up. I would like to put this out. Jay, Bama, I give you the permission, I mean. Put my info out there. Put my info out there, because you guys started this. You asked your subs to give you all the infos they got. Have the balls. Put my info out there, talking about businesses, addresses, full name, and have the balls to tell us where you got the info from. Either one of these, please. Baggio, you wanted to say something?
Okay. Yeah, actually, it comes down to a comment I made on Quentin Blue the other night, that I cannot stand it that people come over here and eBay to fund their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's exactly
what fucking Riff Raff Radio's been saying all along.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But I mean,
I know you can't stand it, bag your life. I know that, brother. Sip tiki mo, bro.
Okay, that's the message for Bam. I was going to use at the end, but.
No, look, see, this is where I stand, man. Check it out. I am not going to harangue. I am not going to harass. I am not going to try to intimidate Bama or the shill or whatever they want to call themselves. I'm not even going to bother with them, man. I mean, because, look.
Hold on. I'm going to do.
Can I finish this?
Okay.
Thank you. Can I get a minute here? Can I get a minute?
Yes, you can. I'm doing something.
All right. I'm going to do something. I'm not even going to bother with these guys. And I would like to get this message out there without your voice in the middle of it. And I'm not even going to bother with these guys. I mean, he asked for a truce. I gave him a truce. I don't rag on his ass. Nothing. Haven't done shit. I don't care about him anymore, and I'll tell you why. Because everybody already knows who he is. It's over. It's out there. The information's out there. Once the water comes over the dam, it can't come back. You get my drift there, sunshine?
Yes.
Right? All right. So it's over. And
John,
I don't have to do blogs about him. I don't even have to talk about him. Everybody else is doing it. I don't have to do anything anymore except sit here, drink my coffee, right, and say, Eric, shut the fuck up. Can I get a minute? That's all I have to do.
You know what's quite interesting is because they always say we are super sensitive, and we get shit all the time. We just don't talk about it. I mean, we get messages, we get people talk shit about us, and that's absolutely okay because it comes with the territory. We dish it out, we can take it. That's not the problem. The problem was actually when certain vloggers, that's banter. We talked about it. It's a fact that some of these Cebu vloggers, or the MGTOW crew, as they refer to themselves these days, that some of the MGTOW crew members, they are really arrogant. They don't really bring a lot to the table, and we called them out for that, and that's good. They could also do the same. It's a little bit back and forth, a little bit banter, but then it got out of control when they said go after this and that, family, dox you, because they obviously didn't like what we were talking about. We are actually talking about the donations, the donations. And I remember that Jay was very unhappy about it because I talked with him a couple of weeks ago, and he told me, you and Popeye, referring to me and you, Popeye, you and Popeye should come after me because I have a Patreon account, I have a PayPal account, okay, come after me. He was a little bit pissed, and that's normal. and that's okay. But he overstepped the line when he started to use our families to basically silence us. And you know, there's really, for me, there's really no fucking point of return anymore for this. I will not let myself being pushed around in my own country by a couple of fucking lowlifes who didn't make it in the West and then come over and think that they are some big shots, these pieces of shit. You know, because that's actually what makes me a little bit how did Jay call it? Annoyed, you know, and I don't give a fuck about what you thought that I said about your piece of shit father, because you started this, and then don't come to me moaning about you said something about my father, you went too far. What do you mean went too far? You come to my fucking house, and then you try to fucking do what I did in Minganilia, try to take a footage, and then you'll see what happens, you piece of shit. Piece of shit lowlife. The fucking truce is over for the winter because I withdraw from it, and I'll make sure that I fucking rally the troops. And I look forward that Roberto comes on the panel on Saturday and get the message out there. So who the fuck do you think
the message that I got? I'll admit this. I'll admit the hobo never doxed anybody. So they've sunk to me that's doxing people and making threats. That's even beneath hobo behavior. And
you're missing the whole point.
Hold on, I'm trying to get my point out because I can't get in on you guys. So that's my take on it. Bama's sunk to beneath hobo level.
Okay, you're missing the whole point. What they are doing is blackmailing. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. And I will not be blackmailed. Okay. And you pass this information on, and sooner or later, whatever information, whether it's right or wrong, you really don't know. So, hey, think about what you're doing.
And this is coming from a guy who used to live on a nipa hut on the beach.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the question isn't what are we going to do about it? The question is what are they going to do about it? Because they're the ones. Because we had no fucking problem. You know, we do what we do. We are riffraff. I mean, we are number one. We do what we do. If you don't like it, then you bring a family into it, and you go ahead. You do. You know. You dox us. You put the family information out there. You go. You come to our place. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? How will you stop us? That's the question. We don't need to do anything. I don't fucking care what they do or say. You know, for me, I don't feel fucking upset about the doxing itself. I feel a little bit annoyed that they even think that it would affect us in any way. It's just like, do you really think that when you start doxing us, oh no, please stop doxing, we'll not talk about you anymore, you low lives? Piece of shit, low lives. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because Jay said it, you know. We will go there. We will do a blog outside of your house. Do a fucking blog outside of my place. You piece of shit. You have other things to take care of. Put your piece of shit father under the earth. Put him 6 foot under, you piece of shit. That's what you should do. And not go around in fucking Cebu and brag about stuff, you piece of shit. Just make sure that you are careful what you do, because else there will be 2 fucking funerals in the Stillman family by December. You get it? So now what are you going to do now? Do another show? Give us the name. Give us the fucking address and so on and so forth. What are you going to do? Nada. Nichts. Rien. Nut. Arschloch.
Hinde.
Nothing you will do. Nothing you can do about it. That's it. That's the message. There's nothing you can do about it. Pieces of shit can't even afford to get pieces of shit can't even afford to pay for a fucking trike ride to get some grocery or something like that. And
I know that's another thing. And that's another thing. I've sent people over to that channel, and there was some disturbing things the way certain people talk to their girlfriends.
Yeah, there's basically no nothing. It's a fucking open season on them, because you can basically say do whatever you want. They don't even have the fucking cash to defend themselves. And then they give you this gangster talk where they say, they give you the gangster talk. Come here, you're a coward. You're hiding. You're like this and like that. What do you expect? Nobody is coming to your fucking house. I don't go to a fucking house. Call me a coward as many times as you want. Yeah, I'm a coward. Alo is a coward. And then what's next? Tell me something else, because I hear that all the time. I don't go fucking to your house. I don't come up to your fucking house. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a fucking low life like you guys. I don't beat up people just like that, just for no reason. But I know that you guys are the guys who are leaving kids and mothers behind and don't pay for your children all over the world, and you are even proud of it. So what the fuck do you want to do? You want to beat me up? You want to come and see me just the way how you announced it on your fucking live stream? Then come up to my house and then climb over the fucking fence or do a blog. You try that. You try what you do, because it's you guys who ask everybody out there to give you information about me, and now you obviously seem to get the information. You don't have the fucking balls to speak about it on a fucking live stream. And then what you thought is like you put it there, you put it out there, maybe on Facebook, maybe somewhere else, and what else? What's next? What's next? And then you think that I will just stop?
What's next? I'm going to ask Alo a question.
If you pieces of shit out there really know who I am, you would have second thoughts of doing what you do, you pieces of shit.
Well, I went on Google Earth and I looked at the streets that they're on. It kind of reminds me of a ghetto in America.
Yeah, let's just say when I was driving around in Minganelia or driving through Minganelia, I didn't really have, how should I say, it's not really a very glamorous place, but maybe there's potential there that I just don't see. I mean, the MGTOW Towers surely will be a very successful, great project.
Hey,
I wish the best for these guys.
You know what we could do, Alo? We could pool our money and buy the house next door on each side, the one behind and the one in front of.
Yeah, and Bama said he will use all his money. He'll put all his money into it. For $7.50 US, you can't really start the fucking MGTOW empire, right? So that's too ambitious, the guy. Just too ambitious. Fix your teeth first. Have a stable relationship for longer than 3 months. And get yourself a nice notebook, and then let's talk about MGTOW Towers. Okay, let's just one step after another. Teeth, notebook, and then let's go into the hotel business. Let's not too fast. Slowly, guys.
Well, here, let's do this one. You forgot. Give his girlfriend 200 pesos. She can go to the job interview and come back.
Yeah, that's the only reason why the girl is down there, because she, he wants to take advantage of that, and he feels he's entitled to it because I don't know. It's just like he thinks like he is the boss there, and in that shoebox, and he thinks that he can do that, and he might get away with it. The thing is this, there is really nothing that they can do to stop me. That's it. That's it.
Well, like I said, I put this out again. I'm gonna say it again because I'm not here about the e-begging. I'm not here about the fucking his new teeth, him begging instead of getting a secondhand laptop, wanting to beg a brand new five whatever he wanted laptop, Apple. The fact is, what pissed me off, got me upset about the whole situation, is they doxed Popeye first. Now they doxing you.
Did Popeye stop doing what he did? Did Popeye stop doing what he did? No. He came back bigger and uglier and more disgusting than ever before, and I intend to do exactly the same.
Thank you very much. Actually, thank you. Thank you very
much. You're probably uglier and more spiteful than Popeye.
What the fuck do they? Who the fuck do they think they are when you talk somebody? Do you think that when you put out an address or a name, that people will come to your fucking house like zombies and enter the house and shoot everybody? Is that what they think that they can do to me? Do they think they can physically threaten me or go after my family? You try to do that. You try to do that, boys in Minganilia. Try to do that. I dare you. You know now where I am. You know my full name. Why don't you take your shit and go there in a week or two, and then you take footage of the place, and then see what I will do then. See what I will do then. Because unlike everybody else who just said, yeah, well, I got a lawyer and things like that, I will fucking blog about that. And I have the money to do so. I tell you that. And then it's fucking on.
Aloe, they can't do that, man, because they'll have to start a GoFundMe for transportation.
Pieces of shit.
And remember,
pieces of shit don't even know that they would stop them at the gate outside and say, "Who are you? Why are you here?" Call the Quezon City Police Station because this is somebody you're trying to enter the premises here. You are coming here with bad intentions, and then I will go out there and say, "Yeah, these people here tried to kill me. These people try to harass my family," and then I play them all the fucking sound bites, everything that I got. And then this is my Philippine passport, by the way. And my mother is related to this and that person. And when you see where my address is at, and that's also something that they should also learn, use fucking Google, find out what kind of neighborhood it is, and then you will know that this is not the type of neighborhood that you live in, that this is the type of neighborhood of people you do not fuck with. If you want to put out this information there, you think that this is a game, you think that I am just all about blah blah blah, you think that this is not a serious thing, then you go ahead and do exactly what you did, what you said everybody that you would do, because you can put it on Facebook. Why don't you put it on fucking live stream? I promise you, I will not report you on YouTube for that. Do what you said you will do. Come there, go there, and do a fucking blog about it, just the same way I did. Or you don't have the money. Pieces of shit said that they make tons of money with this Bitcoin hype that they were always talking about. That might be true, might not be true, but these people, they don't have fucking money. Look at the place where they live. That's not a fucking Playboy mansion down there at Wilkie Castle.
Jeez, I see the Wilkie Castle. My kitchen's bigger than Bama's whole house.
Just because, yeah, if you're, and since we are already doing this, why don't these two punks tell their guy down there to come after us and come after me too, since they are all well connected and have connections and basically run Cebu City. And I don't know if it's just Cebu City or Cebu Island. I heard stuff like that. They run Cebu, they have connections. What kind of fucking connections do you have? You don't even have fucking teeth. You live in a fucking shoebox. You eat shit all day, and the only thing that you got is a couple of Red Bulls all day. You're fucking drunk all day. That you got nothing going for you, bro. So what do you fucking want from me? Pieces of shit, low lives. What do you want to do? You want to put out my name and address? Go ahead and put out my name and their address. Do you think that will stop me from doing what I do? What I fucking love to do? I will talk shit about you until the end of the year. And if I'm in the mood, I'll throw in a fucking light off a new fucking show called the Anti-Bama live stream or something like that. And do a fucking show every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Oh, I don't know how to respond to that. Popeye, help me out.
Oh, that's just how Aloe feels. Again, you interrupt me, you piece of shit, after you tell me to help you out, okay? Shut your fucking pie hole. Look, Aloe is Aloe. You're not going to stop him. And I think it's fucking hilarious. I mean, I tell you what, I give you guys a little warning. Let's see, me and Aloe went at it for about 3 months. And finally I said, you know what? I can't take this shit anymore. He said, this motherfucker is just like, he don't stop. He's like the fucking Energizer Bunny, okay? And I says, that's when I said, all right, come on my channel, you know? And then it all stopped. So maybe you, Aloe, and Bama, and Jay should do a show together. Maybe they should come on Riff Raff Radio Saturday and.
Of course, they will be on there. Of course, they will listen. I mean, they are also listening.
No, they should actually come on the panel and you know, have it out with you. Because I mean, I think it's a fair fight, 2 against 1, and
yeah,
I think you will win the war of words. And but you know, so I say, come on, and I'll keep my mouth shut, and I know Dave will keep his mouth shut, and we'll kind of moderate it a little bit, you know. So Saturday, 10 p.m. Bama.
Oh no! Please don't do that. I'm so scared.
Bama and Jay, come on the show. We'll send you the link. Come on the show. I mean, just watch your alcohol intake a little bit before you come on the show.
You know what they will tell? You know what they will tell? Papa, you know what they will tell? We will not do it on RRR. We will do it on the Shield because we don't want to support the channel or something like that.
I went on the Shield. No, I went
you are
on
okay.
The show.
Papa is okay. That's what I heard. Papa is okay.
Good. I went on the show, and hey, so now you need to return the favor to me. All right. It's called reciprocate. Okay, I know it's a big word. You might have to open up the dictionary like Big Kevin did when he went back to his channel after we taught him a new asshole on the Riff Raff Radio Show and start looking up words because he didn't know what they meant, like troglodyte, popinjay. I give you a few others, you know, but I guarantee you, I'll sit quiet. I won't say a fucking word. I'll let you and Aloe and Bama go at it, and the only thing me and Dave will do is we'll moderate it a little bit. I mean, come on the show. I mean, dude, you have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose whatsoever.
That's okay with me. Every time,
would be
anywhere. I mean,
that
it's
would be a Saturday night massacre.
So it's not a big deal. I mean, I go on anybody's show, you know. It's just I listen to the replay, and they also said, he has to come on the show and so on and so forth. And you know, I felt like, okay, this time I wanted to do an interview first with Eric here on his channel, you know. And but I believe this won't go away. But this is what I want to put out. This is something that I will really stick to. There is no truce, at least not from my side, and that's it. You know, when we get on the panel, that there's no okay, I'll take it down, and then no, that I won't do that anymore. I accept or respect the decision of the others if they don't want to proceed with that, but I do believe that there are people also who say, okay, it should be, there should be no truce, and then there are others who say there should be a truce, and that's one of the reasons why I do this interview right now here with Eric, because
I don't give a fuck.
As you remember, Eric, you also said, would you be interested to get on the show and do your rants? And they said, you know what, let's give it. Let me think about it, and probably by tomorrow. And here we are doing this show here. Not too many people here right now, so that's the
incoming message to put out from Johnny Warrior.
Yeah,
Johnny can't come on the show because he is on his way to Pennsylvania to take care of personal business, and that's why he can't come on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, you know, I'm inviting Bama and Jay on the show Saturday. Me and Dave will moderate. We'll make sure it doesn't get out of hand. And Aloe and Bama and Jay can hammer it out, you know? And I'm not asking them to come to a deal or a truce or whatever. I think that's time you entered this forum. Let's see. All three of us have gone on your show to shill. Time for you to reciprocate. Come on Riff Raff Radio. I think the only one that really ever had the balls to come on Riff Raff Radio and is Big Kevin. Am I correct there, Al?
No, Jay came on.
Yeah. No, Jay. Yeah, but the black Jay or the stupid Jay who is white.
The one that looks like an Oompa Loompa with a Sasquatch or a Hobbit.
Yeah.
He come on.
Shrek. You mean you're talking about Shrek?
Yeah, he just come on and he yelled, he screamed, he
was a little bit annoyed.
Yeah, he was really upset, man. He had his balls in an uproar. But the only one that I have to point out, the only one that actually come on the show and did it right was Big Kevin. No bullshit. I mean, I have to give the mental moron credit. He outshined all of you motherfuckers. He made you look like you were standing still. I mean, it's time to make the donuts. Outdid you all, okay? He outdid you all. So Saturday is coming, man. I mean, really, you need to be on this show, Riff Raff Radio. And I know your lurkers are out there listening. And get the message back. I mean, don't worry, Bama. You don't have to show your face. I know your eyes hurt. I hope you get better. You know, Jay. I know you can handle it. I know you wear big boy pants now. Okay, so I strongly suggest you be there. If you're not there Saturday, I mean, a lot of people are going to think very little of you. I guarantee it.
Well, now we're on the J thing. I got to put this out.
I'm not on the J thing. I'm not on anything. All right, don't put fucking words in my mouth.
Okay,
I'm on the Rip Rap Radio thing, getting these two jamolis on the show. All right.
I got something to put out. Actually, I was watching the news tonight. They had a major drug raid in a certain vlogger's condo complex in Quezon City.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's the condo complex where a certain vlogger lives.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's the Kit Kat man.
I mean, these two motherfuckers, Aloe, need to come on Riff Raff Radio. I mean, me, Dave, and you, we've been on the show, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was also there. You know, I was also there, and I'm okay with that. You know, we can do. You know, there are two options, right? That there's the option one where I talk, they talk, and everybody listens, and it's a little bit banter, or where everybody just yells. I'm okay with option 1 and 2.
Oh, I know you are.
So let's see what happens. You know, if they come on, but you know, I think they probably won't come on. You know, because it's kind of like, and probably because of Jay, because Jay might say, hey, they want us to come on, so we should not go there, and we should not support them, because that's exactly what Aloe wants. And if ever they would say, okay, we will do a show on the shill, and I think if that happens on Saturday, then I am not up for that. And I tell you why, because there is no way that we will skip the Riff Raff Radio show. It has to be on Riff Raff Radio. I do not want to adjust the time. We can do that any other day, and we can have a fucking shouting match, and like you know, we can also do like 5 versus me. You know, it's like Jay, Bama's girlfriend, Jay's girlfriend. Okay, we got 4, and maybe the father of Jay could be on the panel, so we get 5 people versus me.
Don't forget the outfit, the Chicago outfit, the shot caller.
and we can do a show. She can do a show there. You know, if that's what
you're talking about. The rat. You talking about the rat in the deep sink cleaning himself? Okay. You know, I prefer option one because I know Aloe the Winter can ask the hard hitting questions that and I know they won't come up with any answers. All right, and that's what I want to hear. I'm giving them the whole week to study for this, okay?
Yeah, but Popeye, let me jump in here real quick. Because I give you the short version of what will happen. We get 17 people right now, right here, so they are my witnesses. What will happen is Jay and Bama will basically say, "Aloe, you are in Cebu. You passed by Minganelia. You are a coward. You're a piece of shit, hiding behind an avatar because." You did not come by and knock on our door so we could have a beer. Not being aware that I was just traveling through that place with my family because I was touring around in Cebu. But hey, that's just the detail. So they would basically say he is a coward and come over, and if you don't come over, you are basically a coward. So they will repeat that, and my position will be do what you said you would do, dox me, do a vlog about my place, talk about my businesses or about that information that you have put out anyway, and then let's see what happens. Let's take it from there. Okay, because that's what they always said. You know, they told their subs, give us information. They said Aloe is next. We already got Popeye. Aloe is next now. So I'm waiting for that. So that is where my focus will be. Will they dox me? Will they say my full name? Will they give the information? Will they focus on that? Do they have the balls to do so? Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about FB in a private group behind the scenes. No, on a live stream. And actually, they can do it on another channel if they are afraid that it might be taken down or somebody might report it. Can do it on another channel.
Why don't they come on Riff Raff Radio Show and do it on Riff Raff Radio?
Exactly. I'm just waiting for the excuse. I know that these people are I don't know. They think they are some sort of big shots, very courageous. And I don't really know what kind of attitude that is. This gangster style attitude, like we are not afraid. We can do everything. We are above the law. We never harassed somebody. We never called somebody a baby raper. We never said that we will come up to your house and give you a big hug and so on and so forth. So please do what you said you would do, and that's all. But there's no way that I will go and meet up with these guys in their place, in their house, and drink a fucking beer with them. And if that is, if you think that is being a coward,
then
because I'm not here to prove anything.
I want to play something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me play something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen up. I hear you. What we need you guys to do, right? That's what we need to do. You need to go to all their channels, right, buddy? Flag their fucking channels. Find out where their kids and their wives are and harass them through emails, Facebook. Just harass them all. Aloe Winter, Popeye, John Doe, find out where they are, who they are, photos, and harass the fuck out of their family. Yeah, I know you love Popeye, but... Right? You remember that?
Yep, I do remember. And actually today, he added something to that today on the shield where he said, we will come to your place, we will blog about it, and that's it. We will do what you did, Aloe. I didn't film any private property. I didn't dox anybody. All I did is I traveled around and I took footage of a street scene in Minganelia, and I called it MGTOW. That's it.
Well, I got a question because I've been doing this since John Doe brought it up. And I sent him a link to join the panel, but he doesn't seem to want to. But here's the question. I want to know, John Doe, how good is your information in percentage that Bama's an overstayer? Okay. Hello.
Is he here?
Yeah, John Doe's in the chat. I sent him the link on Discord because I wanted to ask him that
yeah, but you
question.
just asked him, and he was not on the panel. I was like wondering, who are you asking?
No, I'm just asking him. Type it in the chat. I just want to know how good his information is.
Yeah,
a very reliable source. According to 100%. Okay, thank you.
According to John Doe, he and John Doe cited how should I say credible sources. Let's put it that way.
I'd say,
and you know, the thing is this. You know, I'm not really too obsessed about if Bama is in the Philippines legally or illegally. I mean, if he's an overstayer or not. You know, I heard earlier on other live streams, Alo is coming after Barry. He wants to kick him out of the country. I don't fucking know where that comes from. All I said, together with many other people, I just said, you know, what is that program, Good Guys In, Bad Guys Out, all about? And I have encouraged people, if they have information, to read through that and act accordingly. And if Bama is not overstaying, then there's absolutely no problem. But I think that if he is overstaying, then it would be helpful if you guys go to the Riffety Raffety FB site. That's a site where Bobby is the admin. There are a couple of other guys who have access to the site, and then read through it. You will find the information there, and then forward the information to the authorities. That's all. If you have nothing to hide, then this would not be a problem. But please don't get distracted if some guy shows you blank pages of his passport. You know, that's not so convincing. Just saying, not hating, gentlemen. Just saying, not hating.
Well, hey guys, on that note, it's getting late here, and I got things I have to do tomorrow.
What things? What things? Before you go, everybody told me when you go on Baguio's channel, you need at least to ask him if he would do a whale report.
No.
What do you think about that, Popeye?
Dude, I want to hear a whale report, man.
No. The big guys, Tito Kevin's been on his good behavior.
I put you in my blog, okay?
Oh.
I showed you fucking mad respect, Darth Vader.
That's true. That's true. You owe him.
I'm owed
Eric.
a whale report.
Pay it back later. I will pay Lolo Popeye back later.
By the way, last question here for you, Baguio. What is that? What is that on your avatar? I assume it's kind of like an award, a military award or something.
Yes, that's the only military award I ever care about.
And that is what?
U.S. Army Combat Infantryman's Badge.
Okay.
Mr. Tux, como está acá? Don't forget, si Baguio Live, Sip Titi Mo, and Talaga. All right. All right.
Eric, do you believe in democracy as a concept?
Yes.
Okay, because people, they all press 1 and they voted for a whale.
They can have it in exactly 2 weeks. You know why? Because my strike comes off the other channel.
Who struck your channel, Baguio Life? You're such a sweetheart, man.
The show that it was Alo was on the panel, and we got 2 community strikes.
Yeah, but I don't. No, honestly, I don't think it's because of me. It must be something else. It might be something else. I'm telling you, because I'm on all these live streams and on Riff Raff Radio and we never actually had a strike. There are 100,000 people who want to give us a strike. I don't really think that it is. You might think You just might think it might be me, but it might be something totally different.
Well, it might have been you, it might have been me, it might have been somebody else, but it was. But we're going back to the old channel, and you'll have a whale report to kick it off.
Okay. Okay. Hey, check out that SNR in Cabanatuan.
Yeah, actually, Alo, if you want to trade that piece of shit Honda in Cabanatuan, I know somebody that works sales at the Toyota dealership.
The car is new. The car is not even a year old. Why would I fucking trade it? I love that thing.
Dude, are you in the bathroom now?
Who?
Alo.
No, my computer fell on the side, and then I put back the how you call that, the USB stick of my mic, and it's kind of like having a weird. It makes a weird sound. That's why.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, on that note, let's go to final thoughts. I do have one to the odd couple. CCTT Go Yabas, and the last part was Arabic. Popeye, go ahead.
Hey, yeah. Bama J, come on Riff Raff Radio Saturday. Love to have you. We can all have a little chit chat, maybe some milk and cookies, Oreo cookies, preferably. Yeah, we've done your show. Time for you to pony up, man. Alo, what do you got, bro?
Yep.
I would like to thank Eric for doing this show tonight, and I will keep you guys updated. As I said, I will always do a short vlog. I will be staying in Cebu for a couple of more days, and then going back Clark, Cabanatuan, and I will stay in NYC a couple of weeks, and then return to Manila, planning to go to Tagaytay. And probably August, September, I will do more international travel, and I will do vlogs about it. That's all. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Thanks also to the guys in the live chat for showing up, and let's see what happens next. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's it for tonight, guys. I'll be back again in a couple weeks. I got